starting to think this bit has gone too far. I promised myself if I ever got to teleporting a pirate Godzilla into my lap that I would stop it one day. Bleh. Welcome to Orion Reacts. Today we're gonna watch some Gravity Falls. It's the beat up toy that I just can't get rid of because my brother gave it to me. He only has one hand. He used to shoot the fist, but the fist is long gone. His toenails have all been broken. He's lost his tail, and the thing that makes his tongue come out is broken as well. But I can never get rid of him. He's my baby boy, Godzilla. He is. He has a nail coming. He stepped on a nail too. You see that? He stepped. Man, this is sad. This is sad business. But you know what? We're all about helping the unfortunate here on the Hobo Orion channel. Today we're checking out another episode. Oh yeah, he's got roller skates too. Today, folks, we're gonna check out another episode of Gravity Falls, and that episode is episode 7. Double Dipper. We're gonna find out Dipper has a twin brother in this episode? I sure hope so. This is technically the first episode I ever saw of Gravity Falls when I was taking care of my nephews one day. And what kind of got me wanting to watch it. I have watched a handful of episodes, but this one is the very first one I ever watched. And I look forward to rewatching it because I remember absolutely loving it. Of course, that was 3 or 4 years ago, I don't remember. Of course, folks, if you like, check out the original video. You can find it on Hulu, and you can also check it out on the Disney XD channel. In the last episode, we learned about the problems of growing up and dealing with manliness. In this episode, we deal with a just as equal problem. Doppelgangers. You know that time you traveled to Puerto Rico and then all of a sudden you notice a guy looks exactly like you, yet he's Puerto Rican? What do you do in that situation? You fuck.
Oh no, Mabel. I don't feel so good.
Oh, Uncle Stan, what did you feed us?
Mr. Pines, whose birthday is it again?
Nobody's. Thought this party might be a good way to get kids to spend money at the shack.
Nice.
The young people of this town want fun. I'll smother them with fun.
Maybe comments like that are why
And
people
ass.
don't come to the Mystery Shack.
Hey, how's about you make yourself useful and copy these flyers?
I used to think sex was free, but then I got an STD! You still can't see it, can you? I probably should have set the camera up this time and learned from my You know what? I got 5th degree rug burns and a wedgie that ain't coming out, so I ain't redoing that.
Stay back! Oh my gosh, Mabel, I think this copier can copy human beings!
Yeah, sure, not the fact that you committed murder, but the fact that you're shocked that it brings things to life. Yeah.
Start?
I don't feel so good.
Sir, please. Please, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
All right, party people and Dipper. Let's talk business. Suits, because you'll work for free and you begged, I'm letting you be DJ.
You won't regret it, Mr. Pines. I got this book to teach me how to DJ right.
Not encouraging.
His shirt says Taff. Alex is a comedy genius! If I ever meet Alex, I'm just gonna grab him by his shoulders and just scream, Taff! Taff! He'll know, because it's comedy gold!
Uncle Stan, this party is my chance to make new friends.
I could work with Wendy.
This escalated quickly.
What?
I can work the counter with you, Wendy. Let's get
Who has a poster of shadow people? That's probably the scariest, unnerving thing I've ever seen. What do you got? I got my favorite boy band. What do you got? The shadows of my forefathers. Okay. I mean, I got a shadow of my grandma, but that was because she was stealing my wallet as a ghost. She was always a playful soul.
You're the one getting in your way. Why can't you just walk up and talk to her like a normal...
Use deodorant everywheres. Display Monstermon knowledge. This boy's a genius! Do not display Monstermon knowledge. He's thinking in the future. This boy may be the greatest thinker of our generation.
Wow! You've got an animal on your body. I'm Mabel.
Hi, I'm Granda. This is Candy.
Why do you have forks taped to your fingers?
Improvement of human being.
BMO has become human! Calling it here, folks. If BMO from Adventure Time was going to transform into a girl, it was going to look like that. And she's wearing BMO colors. You think I wouldn't notice she was wearing BMO colors? And using BMO's voice actor? And also, I really like that lizard, and she's really cool, and I wish I could have made friends with her, but I am an adult man. I made myself sweat.
Hey, I'll compete. I'm Mabel.
That sounds like a fat old lady's name.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Make a better party.
I was curious to see what would happen if I typed in Mabel and if it would be a fat woman in there. But it turns out it's just what looks like a 16-year-old in a bathtub. She's a singer, I guess, but she looks like she's 12. So, wow. Well, how about we actually find out if she's 12 or not? That's always a good idea before I put a picture of a girl in the bathtub together. If she's 23, there is no way that girl is 23. That girl's like 5. 23. Trying to make me look stupid on my own freaking YouTube channel? Mabel, the singer, with no actual other part of her name. She's just Mabel. Disgusting! Disgusting. Disgusting. Get off my screen. I don't want to look at your 5-year-old body on my screen, even though it's technically 23. Why am I here? Is she actually popular? Does anyone know this Mabel? Am I just not hip with the kids? Why is there not a single fat lady named Mabel? It's just this 2-year-old on my screen. What's here? I found a grandma named Mabel. I did it. Did it, boys. We brought it home. Now I'm going to save this picture and forever have this old lady who more than likely is not around. Yes, but never mind. I'm not going to show the picture because I just realized this seems to be the face of someone who just passed away. Thanks, Google Images. Thanks for that. Almost mix up. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for that. That would have been a little awkward if I used a newly passed away grandma as a picture bit. Thank God I read that. Am I right, everybody? She was a nun, by the way. So not only would the family hate me, but God wouldn't be too pleased either.
Whoa, sounds like the party's getting nuts.
Let the battle for the party crown begin! Mabel comes out to watch out Pacifica!
I'm rooting for Mabel just because she dances like me. I cool now, Mom? Am I cool now? Guys, I know it's gonna mess up the audio, but turn on the air conditioning. Because I'm dying inside. I mean, that's unrelated, but I'm also dying physically, too. 7:31. I gotta pee. I'd be a sneeze. Did I just Jar Jar Binks? Wouldn't that technically only make his backside, not his front side? See, it didn't.
I have a
doesn't
really
matter.
big head. So, sorry.
How come it didn't copy his bow tie?
Stop copying me.
What's that bow tie made of?
Ow, ow, funny bone. I will call you.
Is that gonna be a
number
point?
2. Definitely not. You know what name I've always wanted? Tyrone.
We've all wanted to be a Tyrone until we found out what color we were born as. The real irony is, right after this, I went and looked up Tyrone on Google Images. And I found this chestnut. Oh, also, if you want to know, he's Mayor Brown. Life can be beautiful sometimes, guys.
You can hang out with me and Robbie. Robbie, you remember Dipper from the convenience store?
No.
He's probably telling the truth too, because I'm gonna be honest, if you had a night like that, I too would want to forget about it.
Whoa, cool. Robbie, you're a stupid, arrogant fraud. But kiss me anyway because you can play guitar.
I mean, to be fair, so is the boss she works for, so. So it does seem reasonable. It seems reasonable.
This is a 4-dipper plan. Uh-oh, paper jam.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh!
Come on, you're not gonna make me partner up with him, are you? Hey, shh, don't be rude. Hey, buddy, hey, it's okay.
Forever.
I used to sing like that before my voice changed.
Try and tell
We've
me.
all been there,
By the
sister.
way, you sound like a
Mine is because I got
professional
Judy chopped by an alien in the
I want to
throat.
put her in a headlock and make her feel pain.
Would the owner of a silver and red dirt bike please report outside? It is being stolen right now.
Wait, what?
Hey, come back here!
It's technically not a dirt bike.
Break.
Also, he's
I
not
wonder who
shocked
those
that
guys
two
are
of the
that
same
are
people are brought.
Now we're
Whatever.
gonna bring it down for a minute. Ladies, dudes, now's the time.
Please, Zeus, please never do that again. Don't. It felt like you said this to me. Time to go down. Zeus, 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 Zeus!
Okay, I'll take everything against you. Which one you want? All right, dippers, gather round. Now's the time. You all clear on what to do?
I mean, you are all the same human beings, so.
A glowing dot.
Oh man, I'm so glad I turned my head. That did not disappoint.
I have a question though. If he's the same person, would he technically be able to come up with different thoughts of ideas if it is the exact same thoughts and ideas coming from the exact same brain? Or are their brains technically copied differently? I wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It's the same person. So technically all the ideas would be the exact same ideas because they're the same exact person, even though technically they're different beings, but it's the exact same brain. Therefore, their brain the way their brain work would be exactly the same. It's because they're copies.
Oh, hey man, what's up?
What are you doing here? I mean, wouldn't you rather be out on the dance floor?
Why do you have a
Like,
picture
exactly
of a
2 seconds?
shadowy black man? Who are these people? Is it Black Dad? Is he that loved by the community? It makes sense because I love Black Dad too. I love him so much. Rest in peace, Black Dad. Rest in peace.
party get stuck on a desert island, who do you think the leader would be?
I
think I'd go with this lunatic.
I really thought she was gonna pick the messed up Dipper. I trust him. He's kind of my type.
Now you have to show me.
Show me, show me.
The Big Dipper. That's how you got your nickname. I thought your parents just hated you or something. Hey, I guess we're both freaks.
Wait, so Dipper's not his real name? It's his fake name? Hold on a sec. Well, shit. His real name is not Dipper. I mean, that may have been a spoiler, but apparently his name is Manson Pines. I think they also changed it because Manson kind of has a bad connotation to it.
Maybe we don't need the plan anymore, you know? Maybe I could just go talk to her like a normal person. You bite your tongue. If you're not gonna stick to the plan,
You didn't even bring up Monster Mon.
or Dipper Classic is no longer fit for it, I nominate myself to dance with Wendy instead. I've been around the longest, so it should be me, right? I mean, logically, guys. Fair point, fair point. Counterpoint, maybe I should get to dance with Wendy because I've been around her the least.
Counterpoint, why don't you all get on each other's shoulders and become a tower of...
Hey, you want some cheese and crackers, buddy?
Please, yes.
Hey,
Why does he
guys,
not have a mouth
what would you
hole?
do if you were Get him! Stay back! Stay back! Yeah! Boo! Lame!
Oh, you just watched yourself die 8 times. I have a sneaking suspicion that in his later years, that's gonna really fuck him up.
Nailed it.
Couldn't have done it at a better time, bud.
Uh-oh, a tie. This is like never happened before. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
That's some dirty money. And I don't approve of dirty money. But dirty dances? That I approve of. Woo-hoo-hoo!
The winner of the contest is Pacifica Northwest.
Thank you, Jorge. Thank you, everyone. Everyone come to the after party at my parents' boat. Woohoo!
Mabel was right. I do get in my own way. Literally! Whoa. Oh boy.
Can you imagine that? That's like drinking acid.
It's okay, dude. I had a good run.
In reality, his jaw would have fallen
Of
off.
course.
It's bad that that's the noise that makes me laugh. Go ahead, try to make me laugh again, sound effects.
Found it.
I'd hire Zeus for my birthday parties, I tell you, boys. Just for that one sound that made me laugh. There's a dead bug in my coffee now. Well, at least there was one winner. And that winner was Grunkle Stan, because he got a lot of money. Everyone else lost. Now I'm in the loser bracket. But all bugs aside, I quite enjoyed investing my time into this episode. I keep saying the same thing. I really enjoyed this episode because I do. And there hasn't been an episode that I went, well, that was kind of a stinker. They're all equally fantastic. They make me laugh. The storylines are really good. They're clever. And they're all for each episode. So it's hard for me to say something differently, but I'm going to. Every time, I'm going to say something different about how much I liked it, even though equally it pretty much is the exact same. Also, I really like Paper Messed Up Dipper. Rest in peace, the best one. Also, I have to say, I remember even when watching this the first time, I was kind of surprised that the bad guys win at the end. Like, they win the competition, and nothing really bad happens. There's no comeuppance to the annoying evil girl versus Mabel, which I think is actually a good thing, too. Like I said, it doesn't happen very often, and it kind of teaches kids that, hey, if things don't go well and the annoying jerk of a kid wins, as long as you have friends, who cares? Also, the moral of don't duplicate yourself, because you'll end up killing yourself and then having to live with the burden of murdering yourself 9 times. Technically 8. The other one killed himself. I feel like by the end of this, with all the ghosts and all the things they've seen, there's gonna be a moment where everything's just gonna combinate, and then they're gonna be some messed up adults. There's gonna be a lot of moments where Dipper's just gonna stare into nothingness, and they'll be like, "Dipper, you all right?" Yeah, sorry, I just remembered watching myself die 9 times. Totally normal though. Sorry, I just remembered that Larry King's head lives in my attic, and I murdered a bunch of famous people. And it keeps going and going and going. But yeah, like I said, this was the episode that actually got me into the show. This was the first episode I ever saw, and I remember watching it and laughing the whole way through. And the thing is, when I first saw it too, I didn't even know what the name was. I didn't know that was Gravity Falls till like a year or 2 later. So yeah, I kind of have a fondness for this episode, just for that one fact. And because it was, like I said, it's a very clever show. And I really like the fact that every time I go back, if I pause it and look at the charts or things in the background, you always find something unique or fun in the background, which I really love about the show. Well, folks, before we get on to the final little decryption, I just want to say thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed, remember to subscribe, leave a like down below, and write a comment about the episode. Here's a question for you guys. What was your first episode of Gravity Falls? Was it like the first episode? Did you start at 1? Or did you catch it on TV like me and check out like a random episode? This may be my favorite of the cryptograms. This is absolutely my favorite one. Paper Jam Dipper says, wonderful. Rest in peace, Paper Jam Dipper. You were truly my favorite character of this episode. And that's saying something, because we had a main storyline with Mabel and Grunkle Stan was in the background. But no, today was Paper Jam Dipper's day.